Alright, let's think for a minute. Let's think very seriously. And you're going to see what I said in the last video about the moon and this fire coming from the mouth is very real. When you understand that the witnesses being symbolized by the olive branch and being symbolized by the candlestick represents multitudes, not singular. The olive tree is Israel, the nations of Israel. So it's not just one person. The candlestick is the church. So it's not just one person. Fact. Fact. So when we're talking about fire coming out of the mouth of the false witnesses, the false nation witness Israel, we're talking about it coming from not one person. We're talking about something different. We got to think about what I said with this symbolism with Yahweh as being the mouth for Israel, and Jesus is the Word of God. Jesus is the Word for the Father, not just Israel, but Yahweh is exclusively the Word just for Israel, and Yahweh professes hatred for Gentiles. That's not Jesus. Anybody this far in this series or my channel should know that. If you don't know that by now and you're denying it, you're an agent, and you're what I call a watcher. So we see here in chapter 13 of verse 13 in Revelation, there's going to be this fire that comes down on the entirety of the earth. And now you see that in Revelation chapter 11, we see that before the God of the earth, these two witnesses have the power to bring fire from their mouth. Now, if you keep on looking down, you find out that it results in a huge amounts of dead bodies down here. And their bodies shall lie in the street. When their bodies shall lie in the street, well, these are their enemies. And this is where we can find New York City. And you have to watch the end of the Two Witnesses series on my playlist, and you'll see that right there is the breakdown for New York. I don't have time to go into it right now. I want to stay on track with what I'm talking about. So, by the symbolism that the Bible has given us, we know that it's not singular people, like some people would have you believe, that we're talking about nations, groups, and then that you have to begin to think of this fire coming from the heavens. Now this fire is coming from the heavens. So, and he doeth great wonders. Well, that's going to be Ephraim that has the power to doeth the great wonders. That's right. So Ephraim has already prepared the moon to bring this fire to earth. And that can be shown in multiple ways. One, in a drawing that I did over 20 years ago. Many of you should be familiar with this. This is the second cup event right here, the moon. And we have coming from the moon, we have the bomb that says us, bomb us, or the bomb USA. And as you can see, it's going right towards USA, which is symbolized with this UFO and this satanic symbol right here, where that means an incredible amount of stuff. But long story short, I uploaded this drawing over a year and a half ago on YouTube, and there we have the Batman symbol, the drop of the second cup, and so much more, which is telling the tale. Things that I have literally predicted from this drawing over 20 years ago are happening exactly as it was shown to me. And there is our moon, which is telling me that I've already known where this second cup was going to come from over 20 years ago as a very young man. And I know what the target is. It's the USA, and it's more precisely New York City. And here we have our individual with the S on the cape with his crooked step. And I now know that that means the crooked serpent, what Isaiah was talking about. I'll be back.